Another
Another
year
one in
of
the
Succ
bank.
in the bag. That's crazy.
Suck in the bag.
I'm so
Can't
sad I
believe it.
missed the Christmas episode last week. I heard it was crazy.
Yeah, no, we really touched on some bases that we've never touched on before. I think it was probably our most zany Christmas episode yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is really saying something, because we've had, we've had Santa Claus here before, we've had Mixed Claus here before.
Oh yeah, that's right, Mrs. Claus.
Yeah,
that was a big year for us. That was amazing.
yeah,
That was so
yeah.
good.
It was beautiful. As as somebody who missed that, this was way better even, and so much more Christmassy.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, there was a whole song. What was that called? You
Jostle
better
balls.
jostle balls. Yeah,
That was a good one.
That was the one.
yeah,
For anyone that
and
missed
then
it, go back to the last episode and listen. You'll if it doesn't sound right, if it doesn't sound like the Christmas, you need to go back another one. Just
if you're
keep
not
doing that till
hearing,
you find it.
yeah, if you're not hearing ads read for spiced swelled meat, roughly every minute and 45 seconds, or less, yeah, you're not listening to the right episode.
I will say it's worth bringing up, since you say that it's unfortunate that the Succ has fallen on hard times. We were reached out to for advertising of a sexual performance enhancing supplement, and I kind of knew from the email when I read it, and I was like, you probably don't ever listen to our podcast, do you? But I finally, after 3 emails, this person was very persistent. I'm just like, all right, I'm ready to disappoint you. So I responded, and they were like, oh, okay, yeah, y'all are probably not a good fit. And I'm making it sound like it's because our podcast is so heinous or something, but it's really just because we get like 1,000 or 100 listens per episode, and that's just not enough for the sexual performance enhancing market.
We're
really
usually overtly too horny, and also into Shriv maxing, which is the opposite of what the pill does. So
yeah,
it was a conflict of interest.
They did test our horniness levels, and we were already making people way too horny, like Grandpa Simpson.
I bet they literally reached out to us because Matt wrote whatever in the description. This is like, we're like The View except less horny. Like, probably the only reason this person emailed us.
Yeah, well, it's too bad. If we had 69 listeners per episode, I think they probably would have given us a shake.
They would have,
because then that balances out the horniness by being even hornier but fake horny.
It's true.
You get it.
Yeah, and I mean, that's saying something, because being less horny than The View, I mean, I'd say we're pretty up there, so The View, you're doing well. And speaking of episodes, stats and all that, I think it's actually time, as our New Year episode, I suppose, is where we're at in the timeline here. I wanted to revisit something we haven't done in a long time. A lot of people do their Spotify Wrapped and all that, and I guess we have one for this show. It was just literally the one episode where Matt interviewed Matt Christman, like, on everything. It was just like Matt on Matt, because that episode is crazy. It got like 1,000 listens this year. And everything else is just kind of like 100, 200, whatever.
Effort in, effort out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one that we tried on.
No, well, Matt tried. We weren't even invited. Matt was just like, yeah, so I got an interview with Matt Christman, and
yeah, but we did so much behind the scenes work. Remember, we were like feeding him questions.
Yeah, I came up with all the questions,
both of his ears.
and
I came up with other questions that weren't as good, but I was saying them in his other ear, and I think that probably helped the energy somewhat.
No, to be fair, that was all Matt. He did a great job. He set it up. He really spent time on the questions. So I'm glad so many people enjoyed that episode. That was a unique, special episode. The second most listened to episode was when we had Piper on, and she's amazing. And I would love to have Piper back again. I think it was called Who Fucked Roger Rabbit. So that was a fun one. But I think instead of going through our top listen episodes, I fed all of our top listen episodes to I would call it an AI normally, but it's really just more of a predictive text. It's called Infer Kit. If anybody wants to do this, you just take a big chunk of text, You
And
give it to
I
infer.
hardly know it. Sorry. Go ahead.
But it's great because it's not like Chat GPT. It's not it doesn't censor. It says terrible things. The last time we did this, there was lots of awful titles to the episodes that it predicted for the future. And so I've actually sent about 15 to Willow. I would love, Willow, if you could read us this predictive version of what our top episodes of the year were.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think starting right off here with the first are these ordered from like worst to best or best to worst?
I mean, it's totally fabricated, so you could just say whatever you want. But I would say it's the top episode, the most listened to episode first, and then slowly going down.
Okay, great. Yeah, I love an anticlimax. So yeah, the first one here is dead on. Fucking episode of the year banger. Sorry, Matt. Episode 79, the famous leaving kiss. God, such a beautiful story. Do you remember? Oh my God. We had no, I'm not even gonna go into it.
Just go search for that one. It's it's a good listen.
Romance, heartache, farts. It was full of him.
Yeah, it was about a Kiss going to be, play just in the internet now and no longer physical form.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very
There's no
emotional.
such thing. No
Yeah, we
one's
predicted
kissing
that.
anymore. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
We
and
knew
now
that
look
was
at you.
happening. And
Now look at you. Every time you try to kiss somebody, you nearly bite their face off. So, episode 65 is the second one, and if you remember, say it with me: the reading of soft cock.
Shriv Maxine, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes full
The
circle.
reading, yeah, exactly. It does. It comes full circle. Full circum.
Wow, you really you stretched
that's
for that
later.
one.
That's probably further down the list. I don't think anybody
Circumference, of course.
really got full circum. But that was my proudest moment personally. But anyway, coming
episode.
right after that is was the number 3 episode, actually just slightly worse. This episode that came right after, episode 66, interview with the Sun's oldest associate, T.H. Mike Crepes.
What?
Fucking
Crepes.
Fucking T.H. Mike. Bro, he had some shit. He had some shit that he wanted to unload, and none of it was good. But I'm glad we are at least aware of him now, so that we can keep an eye on him. By the way, as always, if you see any, if you see T.H. Mike Crepes up to no good on the streets, just post about it in the Succ Shame posting with the hashtag crepes spotted. Crepe spotting. Sorry, crepe spotting.
Hashtag.
Yeah. We're gonna keep each other safe out here. Episode 79 was the number 4 pick. Safe sex is for broads. And that was
what?
Safe sex is for broads.
What does that even mean? That seems so counterintuitive.
Safe sex is for broads. We love this stuff. Anyway, episode.
I love how that one is like, it's got misogyny built in, but it somehow like flips it on its head and like.
No, it's an empowerment thing. It's like, it's me, it's Laverne and Shirley, and we're out there. Yeah, we're out there handing out dental dams, handing out
fucking dental dams. Wow.
That's all we actually have. We ran out of condoms very fast. We had a 5-pack. They were very expensive back then. Anyway, the next episode, I don't know if I agree with this, because I do think it was a little overblown. But episode 45, in which UPI publishes stories on most important inane episodes of American history, a little too meta, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't know why so many people listen to that one. Something about it really resonated.
Yeah, well, I think people like a long title because they think, oh, well, if they spent this much time on the title, they must have spent this much time on the episode. Nope. Episode 42 was classic Cunt of the Basement.
Right. Yes, that one. Episode 42. Yeah.
She's constantly, the fucking old cunt. Anyway, she's got her little broom handle and shit. But Following that was this one. This one seems about right. Episode 59. Why there are no aardvarks in the Sahara Desert. I don't think, did we ever prove if that was true or not? We just didn't look it up, did we?
No,
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, we did do a lot of research, but most of it was not, on any factual basis. It was just substance abuse and pontificating, and that's where we
The
landed that
aardvarks
night.
were using substances. Is
There's a
that
lot
was?
of
Yeah.
charged lemonade on that episode. It was weird.
Yeah.
There
Okay, that
was,
makes sense.
yeah. That was another very dangerous one. I will say though that I think in my research since I have found that the aardvarks stay in sub-Saharan Africa, in the savanna, the grasslands,
Like in the oasis.
forests. Yeah, where the ground is soft and sufficient, food and water is found, etc. You know the whole thing.
Thank you for
But
following up on that, Willow.
oh, you're so welcome.
Keeping us honest here on the pod.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our next one was this one had a great guest, a lot of guests on this year's episodes actually. We had the full immersion featuring little known, well known, that's the joke, at @J_Sisson.
Oh yeah, I love at Jesus on. That was a great episode.
Yeah, remember when he came out and I said @J, @J,
That's what everybody does.
you tell him how it is, and he says, I do.
Wow.
And then
Classic
everybody
@J.
clapped. Yeah.
I don't know how that one wasn't more popular than the Matt Crispin episode, honestly.
Right.
I mean,
I know, because he's like so big. He's got he
at
has
J.
he has followers, right? I don't think we looked at that. We don't usually look at that. It doesn't,
Yeah,
followers don't really matter to us. So.
I didn't check if the Infer Kit made up Twitter handles or if they're actually real. That would be disturbing, but yeah.
I was assuming these were Instagram handles.
Oh, Instagram, of course. I mean, it's based on the episodes.
Facebook usernames.
Well, we had a few Twitter people that were billed only as at Whack Nicholson,
Right.
at Grundlewave. So I think that's why it thought Jay Sasson would be perfect for the show. So
Yeah, of course. And they were right. He was absolute fucking delight, that Jay.
banger episode.
Yeah. And following that was episode 68, the compost shoot on a bench of teenage bicycles with X Super with the 3R at the end instead of an ER.
X Super, man, that was crazy. We landed that interview. Having X Super,
famous Twitch person.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd really be able to connect, but then y'all got talking about games a little bit.
Yeah, he's a big gamer. He loves playing Dave Mirra BMX, and it's just exclusively that being streamed 24/7.
Yeah, and he also loves farting, which the two of us really got along about.
Classic
we talked
bonding.
about that. Yeah, we got some great fart talk out. And then of course, episode 69 on reading your wife's duty. On reading your wife's duty. On reading your wife's duty, featuring at Nick Dominion.
Oh wow, that was so great to have Nick Dominion. He kind of like became a regular after that. So that was
but we stopped crediting him. He was in most of the episodes. He was actually in all of the episodes before this one. Well, I don't know what that
reading your wife's duty is not easy, namely because just getting access to it is awkward to begin with. But then there's the whole
because you got to ask. Because
can I are you done with that?
Some of your duty tonight?
Don't flush, please. I want to just. Can I just check it? Can I?
Honey, I'm right.
Nick Dominion taught me some tips to read your duty, and
I'm gonna know you better. Honey,
it's
I want to know you better.
It tells your future.
Yeah, it's like the tea leaves type situation. Like you
it's
need
very
more fiber,
similar
honey.
to tea leaves, actually.
It's like I foresee you going to the hospital. It's a little bloody. So.
Oh God!
You don't have. You have too much fiber. Are you leaving me?
Oh wow!
Are you gonna leave me for him? The guy who's giving you
Nick
all the
Dominion.
fiber. Episode 60.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't here for this one. Giving Olaf a blowjob. I got to tell you guys, kind of a stinker.
That was a weird
In my
episode.
opinion.
Frozen.
Yeah.
It was
And
up
I
there.
like, yeah, I
You don't
like
like
when
carrots? Is that what you're telling us, Will? You're just not a carrot fan?
Carrots are great and carrots are sexy.
Well,
Snowmen
then
are
what's the problem?
sexy. What I don't like is
Getting
the
that
whole
carrot
fan
top.
fiction thing. Every few weeks, when I'm out, everybody's like, oh yeah, no, Willow's not here. We're going to do one of our fanfic episodes. And this week we're going to do another Frozen. And I'm like, you've already done like 7 of them.
We did a lot
It
of
was
Frozen.
funny at first, and then it wasn't, and then it was again. And now it's not again. So please respect me when I'm not here.
I mean, I think it was a very educational episode. A lot of people benefited from it. Okay, so I know Chris Dominion wasn't here for that one, but it was right up his alley. He could have been.
Okay.
It was also promoting safe sex, so it was good.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So your ethics are in check, I guess. That's great. Good for you. Good for you.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Fine. You're doing a net good. Episode 70 was next. Truly buttery creepy episode featuring Carl May.
Oh, Carl May. Wow. That was truly butterly.
Extra
creepy.
buttery.
It was truly butterly. Sorry.
I don't even...
Butterly creepy episode. I've always fucked that up.
That one kind of was... I was so buttery after that episode. I had a lot of...
Yeah.
So buttery.
It was a problem. My mic was ruined. Everything was my keyboard. Everything was fucked up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I always
buttery all over again.
Yeah, I've always like watched Carl May's reels and thought like, oh, it's funny, like with the butter. I get it. Like it's a whole thing. I don't know how he's doing it, but like it would be crazy if he had to clean that all up. But now I realize he's just doing these like guest spots,
right,
all over the place on other people's channels, on other people's podcasts. Now he's gotten into our world. It was kind of gross.
I mean, it was butterly. I won't lie.
Yeah, it was very butterly,
and it was. I
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, yeah, you can say that again. No, say that again.
I couldn't believe it.
Episode.
I couldn't believe how buttery it was.
I'm gonna get butterly for the holidays myself. It's gonna get very butterly over here.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a time that you expect it, so it works. Episode 66 was I think everybody remembers why things are the way they are in Chicago.
Yeah, that was a hard-hitting episode. It was kind of more serious than we normally are, I think.
Yeah. It's crazy. Before that episode, I always thought Chicago was in New York.
Yeah, I think it's like the city of brotherly love, which is how it was related.
Yeah. That's how I always associated that with Chicago, New York.
It's really just because of the pizza, it's just that's really the source of most conflict in major cities.
That's why all the violence happens in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the pizza's fucked up in Chicago. Sorry.
Did you learn nothing from episode 66? Why things are the way they are in Chicago, Phil? You're being elitist. Anyway, episode 70, the appreciative creep. Yeah, it was pretty sick to finally take down that appreciative creep.
I mean, for once, I'm glad that if someone is gonna creep, they're gonna be appreciative about it. Like,
oh sure,
just, if they're gonna just loom over you, like, kind of like looking at you in inappropriate ways, they can at least express their appreciation while they do it. That was nice.
Thanks for letting me loom here, handsome. Like that.
Nice titties. Right? I mean, thank you for letting me gander. I mean, yeah, that was a weird one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how that ended up on the list.
Yeah, I don't know. It's some people really like that fucked up shit. helps them sleep at night or whatever. Episode
love
60.
Language.
Yeah. Oh yeah, episode 61. Up the demon horizontal doggy style. I always thought that was like an IRA thing. But I'm wrong. I was wrong. Dead wrong.
Up the demon horizontal doggy style.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I thought that meant, I thought that was like fuck the UK or whatever, but I guess not. Episode 81. I was surprised actually that this wasn't higher on the list. Always Bet on Larry, featuring Who's Doormat.
Nice. That was a good one.
Yeah.
We all learned an important lesson. I think most of us were betting against Larry, and we learned, you know?
Yeah, we learned the hard way. Remember, we had to do like a little GoFundMe after that, which thanks
That was
everybody.
rough. Took a dip in the stats, but somehow
we did,
still...
but thanks to all our listeners and like, you know, the people that they violently charged at in public areas. Did non-violently, ultimately non-violently. But yeah, we really got through because of you all, and we love you. Episode 66 was I'm skipping that one actually. Episode it includes the word baby file.
Yeah, that one bothered me. I won't lie. But it had Nick Dominion. Nick Dominion came back, so
he did, and that was the one case where I was like, I think that
was Nick's last episode.
That's the last time.
Yeah. It was a good run until then, but episode 76 was on the justice of showering. Was my favorite judge before they befell that horrible injury. And episode 68, again, I was not here for this, but it was called Affluence for All. And Phil, when I said you were taking an elitist position on Chicago pizza before, that was nothing compared to the shit you said on Affluence for All. Bad.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sitting down. I'm listening. I'm learning.
Growing.
Thank you. Learning. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, I listened to that with a group of my friends, and we actually, I thought about not just leaving, but violently attacking.
Wow.
It's, for ethical reasons, though. You understand.
Of course. Well, I think the somehow that one floated to the top, but just barely. The next two episodes, which are somehow the same episode, really were more of our lane,
Yeah. Oh, episode 73.
Yeah, that was
episodes 73. The Greatest Generation Goes to a Puppy Lot and How to Speak Puppy.
Yes, both episodes 73 were.
Yeah, really I've been learning a lot from puppy girls lately, so it's.
I had to end every sentence with upspeak.
That's what the best thing about this is like I only started about halfway through Willow reading these that I was like, I wonder how many of the episodes are just repeated. Like how many numbers did this thing just pick? So yeah, episode 73 and episode 73 were really good. We're really bangers. Should be higher up.
Yeah, we finally got some common ground there.
Yeah. We were coming back.
Yeah, I think we did a lot of good societally this year.
We brought it back, and a lot of people speak puppy now thanks to those episodes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then
the key is like end your sentences with upspeak and then turn your head. And then it works.
Right. Yeah. Don't look in her eyes. The next episode, the fucking bird. Ruining Weather came by to help us talk about this fucking bird.
God damn
shit.
It.
And it wasn't, and we've had trouble with this before. We've had trouble with this before.
Which I mean, Phil, this was all about Twitter before it changed to, X.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now it's
it was
irrelevant.
like Elon's fucking bird, and that's why he changed it. So I really wish we hadn't done this episode, honestly.
We did a lot that episode.
Yeah. But rest in peace. Twitter died for like an hour or two last night, by the way, which was very fun. But,
I love when that happens. I remember, I don't know, earlier this year when Facebook was just down for like 6 hours and it was just like, this is great. I remember talking to people and just being like, what if it never comes back?
Well, and then there was, and then there was that night on Twitter where everybody was convinced that it was going to cease to be at some point during the night. I think because there were rumors of like, you know, Elon Musk coming in and so quickly like deactivating things that needed or
Yeah, I
whatever. It
mean
was like
he
we're gonna
did
max
literally.
out. Yeah, he did like literally reach in and physically play with things
No,
like in
he
the
like got
servers
a
or
bunch of
whatever.
servers and like put them in a moving truck, like to
Yeah.
the horror of, you know, the network engineers and shit just being like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It was brutal. Yeah, but because of that or something like that, I remember like everybody was like, well, since this is it, I'm going to post my dick and my tits and everything else. And it was just like, and it was like everybody was doing it. It was so
it's like
weird.
when a plane goes down and you just like admit to the person sitting next to you, like, I've always loved you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
was
pull my dick out. Like,
Yeah,
exactly. It
some
was
guy.
exactly like that. Yeah. It was just like, yeah.
It's just slight
Titty
turbulence. It
pick,
evens
some
out.
guy
It's just
jerking off
awkward.
for a while.
Yeah.
It was, it was insane. And then the next day it was like, oh, wait, it's still here. That was fucking wild to witness.
Yeah, we need more of those days.
Well, Blue Sky is kind of just like that now.
Oh,
But episode 72 was, speaking of Twitter making dumb people look interesting.
which I mean, it's kind of like every episode, I feel like.
Yeah, I think people just thought that episode was a description, so they didn't click on it. They were like,
Yeah,
"Oh, this week
low on.
it's just a description of the show." I see, it's not an episode.
Well, thank you, Willow, for taking us through an alternate timeline of our top
Very good.
episodes of the year. In fact, we have yet another timeline in the multiverse where you know Kang is no longer played by Jonathan Majors because he was convicted of assault. Just kind of nuking Marvel's plans for the near future.
Mhm.
That's interesting. I mean,
It
it's
was
really
interesting
terrible.
how long they waited to do anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, especially because the case that was just ruled on was happening during the time that Loki season 2 was being filmed in London.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's stinky energy, Marvel. Like they kind of facilitated that to some degree. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I think they might have finished filming and they were like, well, we already filmed it. It was kind of like an Ezra Miller situation where they're like, well, we filmed it.
Yeah.
So
I guess we
they're
have to
in it.
use it by law.
Right.
and I mean to be fair, Loki season 2 was good. I
Mhm.
don't really that doesn't excuse any of Jonathan Major's behavior, but if you listen to some of those recordings from the court case, the dude clearly just has like a megalomania, you know, like he just thinks he's like I mean, all those comparisons to like Martin Luther King and like Obama were because of how important he thinks he is, right? Like he was just like shaming his girlfriend at the time to the point that I mean
Wait,
they came
why
to
was he
blows and stuff.
I have not heard any of this really in detail. He was comparing himself to
Yeah, he literally says
Martin
at
Luther
some
King.
point, like, I think he's comparing his girlfriend to those people's, you know, spouses, and basically saying, I'm a very important man. Like, you need to do all
Okay.
these things, you know, because how important I am, you know.
Cool. Great. Thanks, bro.
It's bad. Yeah,
I'll
it's
get right
terrible.
on it. That really sucks.
And it's just funny to see people that want to, like, for some reason would still want to be like, yes, let's have this person be a multi-billion dollar, you know, franchise leading actor. Like, no, none of the stories are that important. They're not actually very good to begin with. Like, they're entertaining.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can
Like
yeah,
even if
you
the
can
stories weren't important, it's like, it's like, no,
yeah.
no, thanks. We don't really need that.
No, no,
No.
Yeah.
it's bad.
I mean, it could be a good thing too for Marvel. I mean, people want to switch to Doom instead of Kang, and a lot of people like Doom better. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, I don't know. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I just
that's the
hope they
thing.
have
It seems so
Doom's.
modular to me. Like
It,
you
it
can just
absolutely is.
introduce
Yeah.
a weird plot hole like Deus Ex Machina thing that like kills everybody or makes everybody live or makes a guy turn into another guy. Like you can do all those things
Well,
in the
that's the funny
Yeah.
thing. The story of Kang or whatever is that he's this multiversal character, that all these different versions of him exist, and for some
Oh shit.
reason they tied all of these different versions of one character to a singular man's image. Like at the end of one of these movies, they have a coliseum filled with the Kang people, and they're all Jonathan Majors, and it's like you
And
could
it's just like
literally just have other actors,
Anybody. Yeah.
and
I
you
mean, like with
wouldn't be in
Loki,
this
there's like different
situation.
Lokis. Yeah.
Like,
There's like
why would
different
you
actors
God.
do
playing Loki,
this?
so
It's
They're
so
they're
yeah.
obvious for
they're
me as a visual device. Like, if you're gonna have multiverse characters existing, why do they look the same? Why are they all the
Yeah,
same man? Like,
exactly.
because they
That
toy with
is
it, like with Loki, like there's
so
different actors that play different Lokis, but for some reason,
uh-huh.
Kang's all Jonathan Majors. They were like,
Right. Oops.
this guy,
Jesus.
we really need to
Well,
double
I
down
think
on.
they said in his contract was that like he was the only person that can play Kang.
Oh my god!
So that's
Okay.
why they can't recast. Yeah. So
Until
that's
you
pretty funny.
until you get
I guess
convicted of assault, then it's
yeah, I wish that somebody who hadn't been convicted of assault or, didn't assault had the forethought to have a contract like that, because that is a big, you should be able to do that to a studio.
yeah, and it's been
You
done
absolutely
before, and
should. That kind of kicks ass, but God, if only if it weren't someone
it's
like
very
him.
funny. I've been seeing, like, the internet's full of shit, but I've been seeing like posts going around where people are like, "Oh yeah, it's rumored that Will Smith is gonna take on the role of King
What?
now." I'm like, another person that's like publicly like everyone watched him assault Chris Rock. That's your next choice
No,
for.
that I have no problem with, but it's like the idea of trying to just make him just be a different guy is like, you can't do that. You have to just eat it. You have to eat the character.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're
Mhm.
right.
You have to
Yeah.
create a new series of multiverses
Just
separate
Marvel,
from
just
the
stop. Just sit down, bro. You did good. Just stop. Just like
well,
take a
when you're
breather.
dealing with this many pieces, it's like if you have a whole Lego set, right, and it's like 100 or 200 pieces, you're like, fine, I can deal with this, I can keep this all in one place, and then eventually you have like 257,451 Legos that go in this set, and you need every one of them for this thing to be stable. You're going to lose those pieces eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because I think
Because
like
people
what if like in Loki season 2 they had that character, that actor that played Short Round, I forgot his real name, and he was in everything everywhere everywhere all at once
right,
or
right,
Oh,
right.
whatever that was called. So
Yeah.
that actor in Kang season 2, he like him and Jonathan Major's character Kang or whatever like wrote this like TVA guidebook together. They co-wrote it. So people are like, "Oh, it'll be a fun thing just to make like that guy the new Kang." And it's like you don't have to call him Kang either. You can call him just like, I don't know, like the Man After Time or something like that. And everyone be like, yeah, it's the same kind of premise, but you
Sure.
can find a way around it. Like I don't get why they don't just kind of pivot instead. It's just like being loose tie end and I don't know, just
Yeah.
leave it hanging. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
No. It's silly.
It's a fictional world. Make something up.
right.
Exactly.
Who
Exactly.
cares?
Thank you.
No, we have to honor history.
Yeah.
We have to tell the true story of
Mm-hmm.
Kang.
Well, speaking of making things up, I mean, Jason, I just sent you a whole nother
Sure did.
timeline of
Oh
our
boy.
top episodes of the year. I'd love if you could
Okay.
give us some of those.
All right, we have episode 93. Pumpkin has a douche problem.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah, I
interesting.
mean, yeah, douches are just really attracted to Pumpkin, I guess,
Yeah, but and then they spoil almost immediately
True,
once
yeah.
the douching
I
happens. But it
I always
feels
think of
so
like
good.
Dumb and Dumber. It's like you pumpkin pie haircutted freak, and it's always like person with like a bowl cut. I think
That's
Craig
Pumpkin.
and I from he was originally VS Commentary, and then it was Craig's Crazy Brain or something like that. I forgot what it was
Mhm.
called. But yeah, we were always like making jokes about pumpkin pie haircutted freaks and putting pictures of people with bowl cuts for a good like year. That was like around the time where we both were using like Poser as a joke, and then Millions of Dead Posers started. Meme history.
Incredible.
Episode 102 is called "Man the Crap Out of Creepy Puddles." It's always creepy with
Yeah.
puddles. You got to
Yeah,
man
but
the
if
crap
you-
out of them sometimes.
You really
and-
do have to man the crap out of them.
Creepy was a strong theme for us this year. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened, but
It was a creepy year.
it
It's
was.
on the brain. Creep was on
Jeez,
the brain.
yeah. We all survived though, and we're better for it.
Yeah, for sure. We got through it.
Episode 99. I'm elking. I'm elking so much it's not even funny. But it
And it
was
wasn't.
ironically very funny that we're
Oh.
elking that much. So
I was
Yeah.
elking a lot that night. It was it was elked out.
It was
elked out
kind
the
of-
frame. It wasn't. Y'all were not. Y'all were not having. A good
I was
time.
dripped out and elked at.
I
It's
was
just
elked
Yeah.
to the
It
max.
was
was not
pretty
funny, though.
disgusting in what I would consider not a funny way.
Well,
but
going back to that episode, I was embarrassed, but I was super elked out. I mean,
it was elking season, so
yeah,
you do
I
as
just
one
don't
does in
think
elking
we-
season.
That's
Yeah.
true. I just
Yeah.
don't think we have to jump on every trend necessarily, but it's
Yeah.
it's whatever.
True.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Episode 88, How Your Life Became Your Uber.
Uh-huh.
I think we can all say we never left that Uber.
No,
It was
it really did.
a pretty deep one.
It did become my higher life.
We're still there.
I did leave a
Bring
5-star.
me
Cleaning our
Higher
dirty seats that someone
life.
shit on.
I will leave a
Cleaning
5-star
our
review.
dirty seats. Oh.
We have episode 82. One of us is a cowboy. Now that was a very like tense episode because we knew one of
Uh-huh.
us was a cowboy, but we
Uh-huh.
didn't know
Yeah.
who.
Yeah, it was.
Although it
should've
was a
known it
video
was-
one, and there was one person wearing a hat, and they had tassels on
Should
their
have known
arms
it
with a
was
jacket,
him the whole time. I don't know why.
If
we
only
couldn't
all
figure
the
it
other
out.
characters
chewing on a
hadn't-
straw.
If only all the other characters hadn't had those opaque black sunglasses on that
Yeah.
didn't allow them to see shit.
It was a tricky.
But the
episode.
viewers, the listeners, they were suspense. It was
Yeah.
just a very tense episode, but
For sure.
it was kind of like Among Us, but more realistic.
Right.
Uh,
It was among y'all.
yeah. Among y'all. Episode 95 was called 25 Years of Doggy Style. I'm glad that it was in celebration of that style.
I'm glad
you
we went
know.
back to 5 years ago and
I'm
celebrated
surprised,
the Snoop Dogg album.
Only 25 years. I figured that would have been
Yeah.
going on longer, to be honest.
Right? I mean, Missionary is like, God knows, centuries old, and,
But
and
Doggy
then just
Style was-
25 years, new invention.
It's a new one, yeah. It's
Yeah. And they named it after the Snoop Dogg album too, which is
Right,
crazy.
yeah.
Like you'd figure
Well,
he was, but
it's nice how that we've had 50 years of hip hop. Well, 25 years after hip hop was invented, Doggy Style came out. And I mean, that makes sense that Snoop Dogg really did inspire people to fuck in a different position. And that's great. We love
yeah,
that.
because he had
inventive,
that
that's why he's
song
gonna-
"Fuck" in a different position.
I'd be fucking in a different position. Episode 82. Does he have a thing for cultures of color?
Yeah, that was kind of a rough one. I mean, I'm sorry, Matt. We didn't really mean to put you on the spot like that. But
I
And
like
again,
that guy.
I wasn't there for that one. So I didn't even look into
Willow,
it.
you're always not there for the weird, for the
I-
controversial ones.
What can I say? I have good. It's
You-
like gaydar, but
You have
it's not about gay. Oh, radar. Sorry.
if Poddar, you know when to avoid the nights.
I
where it's
do
gonna
have
get
great
weird?
poddar. Yeah, that's why I've never agreed to be on the Joe Rogan podcast. Got a weird feeling about that guy for some reason.
Good call. Good call.
Jesse, look him up. Look up his history.
Jamie. You mean
Jamie,
Jo-
yeah.
Josh. Look
Yeah,
him up.
Josh.
Oh, it's Joshua. Yeah, that's
Josh,
right.
yeah.
Joshua.
Joshua.
Look him up.
Thank you for your service, Joshua.
Yes, we love you.
Episode 100. I'm not sure what happened this episode because I can hardly read the title. It says, "Can you get G knifed?" It's G asterisk NIFED.
Oh yeah, that's a slur. You definitely shouldn't have. Yeah.
Oh,
good call. You
okay.
shouldn't have said
Oops.
that on the show.
Yeah.
I do not have my G pass. I'm sorry.
No.
I really like this one because I have no idea what is it censoring.
No idea.
Like I'm thinking of every letter that would go where that asterisk goes, and I'm just like, did it come up with a slur here for us?
I think so. Yeah.
It's like an AI slur. You can't, only they can say it. We can't say it.
Yeah, apparently.
Uh-huh.
A new
Right.
They only
path.
know what it is too. Yeah.
They're trying to trick us into reading it so that they have like, fair reason to kill us all. This is what starts
Yeah.
the
Oh, wow.
AI
It's like that's how
revolution.
you can. It's the international like term sentence you have to read or word you have to read. Then it can like reciprocate like or replicate your voice. It just
Oh, right.
identifies you.
To get that on record, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious. What if you type this into like an AI and just see what pops up, like a picture, just see what happens? Like one of those weird secret
Try
language
while we're
things.
doing,
Yeah,
Whatever
please.
it is, it'll be blurred out.
or I'll just get blocked from being image creator immediately.
I say definitely try using the asterisk first, and then after that, try using like every vowel after that, and just see what pops up.
Well, it didn't block
Uh,
me, so stand by.
all right. We'll go on to episode 73 called "I Can Remember What You Look Like When You're Having Sex with Me."
Oh,
That was the cock block episode,
Yeah.
the live Patreon exclusive cock block episode.
that was a big
Uh,
one.
Yeah,
it was a wild one.
y'all guys had fun.
It was
And
awesome.
yeah,
And we all remember what we look like, so
yeah.
I
I'll
put
never
the
forget.
"Can you get G knifed into Bing?" and it just gave me images of like a gift, like in front of the sunlight. I don't understand what's
Ah, yes, a
happening.
gift in front of the sunlight, as the as my mobster uncle used to say about a lot of men that he clearly did not like anymore. Hey, when he went against the family, etc., he's gonna get a gift in the wait. What was it? Gift under the sunlight.
Yeah, I sent it to the chat so you can see it. It's a pretty nice picture, but I don't understand how it relates to the slur.
Okay, I'll go into the next one while it comes in the message. No, I'm not going to say that one. I'm going to skip that one.
I don't know which one it was.
More baby
Episode
kissing.
84, if you can see the list. I'm not going to read that one. Episode 95, The Curse of
Oh.
Smarties.
Mm-hmm.
Is Smarties a candy?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
we were talking about smart, like little smart people, like people who are like under 6 feet tall and are smart.
But they're really smart.
Yeah, they're really,
Little
really
smarty.
smart. Yeah.
They have a whole entire line of pants that they're trying to promote. called Smarty
Smarties.
pants.
Smarty pants.
God damn it.
Smarties pants.
They'll just come with like TI-89s built in.
Yeah, the pants are even smarter than you. No, they're not. Albert Einstein voice. I almost called him Alfred Einstein.
Alfred. Yeah, it just has like ink stains on the pants, just from their pens leaking, like built in already. You buy them like that.
Right, exactly. Finally, pants how I already like them. Albert Einstein.
And he wore those pants every day so he can think and make his day easier. He was known for wearing the same clothes. Episode 101 called Duct Tape, the Drug of the West.
We really tapped into something in that episode because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, those motherfuckers are smoking that duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you can fix everything with duct tape, so I see how it's a drug to a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, you can
fixes
just slap
wounds.
some on different parts of your body. If you leave it there long enough, it is gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and what you can also do, and I don't know about this like from like personally doing it or anything, but you can like if you take like a heat gun and you can melt the sort of like the glue off of the duct tape. So you take like a half a roll of duct tape, you point the heat gun at it and you melt the glue off onto a plate, right? And then you can put it in like a little, it's something that's like a weed pipe, but like it's actually like a crack pipe, and you can put it in there and you can smoke it.
Willow.
And it gets you what?
This is too elaborate. You shouldn't know this.
I don't know this. I'm just saying I've heard it's a thing that people do.
And
it makes
you're
them
overhearing
really,
too much. I am worried about you.
It makes them like really like their hearing gets way better, like to a point that's like, yeah, it's like they hear too much, not like too far away, but like too much going on at once. Like
I'm glad you told me about this because I've been microwaving my duct tape, and apparently that's probably not as good for me. I should get the heat.
No,
you got to air fry it.
Yeah, this will make you
do
way smarter permanently.
Nice.
but the only problem is you will die 20, 30, 40 years early.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the reason why it's the drug of the West is like it's used for acid. You slap it on acid, then you slap it
Uh-huh.
on yourself,
oh,
and then
That
you just walk around and
also,
continue your day.
yeah, I've heard that
Oh,
also
bad.
works. And then especially if you have your friend and they have like a heat gun,
Mhm.
and then they come up to you, and when it's on your chest, they start pointing the heat gun
Really
at.
keep it. Yeah, really keep the train going. I like that.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
yelled, "You just got G-knifed."
As they
I
always
got
do in the West.
episode 97 is called Your Fave Space Cunt is Not Innocent.
What?
Yeah. I don't know who needs
Yes.
to hear this, but your fave space cunt is not innocent.
That
Oh,
astronaut
okay.
is canceled. She will never come back from the moon. She's just banished there forever. That's what she gets.
I think my favorite space cunt is probably it's either Ripley or it's the alien queen.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Mother.
Okay.
I need to start reading these before I read them out loud. I just read them. I'm like, nope.
Oh
I
yeah,
shouldn't
you
have said
don't
that.
have a C pass. I forgot.
Right. Yeah. I'm a victim here. Okay, people.
Yes, we're all to some extent.
I need to stop just reading them. I'm going to read them before and then okay. So episode 98 called Kegling on the Blasted Earth. I'm not sure what kegling is, even though we lived the episode, but
You definitely
is it
cannot
supposed to
say
be like
that.
kegling, like kegels, like
oh, maybe.
on the blasted earth? Yeah, I think that one was about
it's
cum PSI. That
kegling.
was a big. That was.
I
a
think
big
it's because
Kegling on the blasted earth.
we
We got into storytelling mode again. That was actually a fun fanfic one for me.
Okay, all right. Good
All
to
right.
know. I wasn't fanfic for me. I was kegling the whole time, and I am right now, and it's important
because I used to work at a bar. I just have keg, and then I'm thinking of maybe someone
Kegling.
is dangling
small
a
keg.
keg off their balls, just like
Yeah. Oh god,
Yeah, that's kegling. Yeah,
joking,
Kegling.
but kegling.
Yeah.
it's a Yingling. It's a Yingling keg too. It's
I
half
see.
full.
Even better.
weight down, see how strong you are, see if you can lift it. Episode 96. Shit gets real, brains go too.
What does that even mean?
Shit got real. All right.
Yeah,
Brains go
Shit-
too.
yeah.
Our brains
Brains go
went.
too. Yeah, remember that was the one where like Matt suddenly went like his lights went out, and then when they came back on, he was like looking into the deep distance, and he read that little poem, and it kind of sounded like a Dylan Thomas, like the thing from what's the goddamn Christopher Nolan movie? Interstellar.
There
It
you
was
go.
kind of like that
yeah.
poem. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was even in the deep.
I like that other Christopher Nolan movie where like everything went in reverse, and so they're like shitting and it goes up their ass again. They're
Oh,
Oh,
pissing
yeah.
and it goes back in.
I haven't seen
Even
that.
But
in
that's why
the
they wanted to
deep.
invade our world, because that was the reverse people. But
The shit from reverse people goes into
it was a deep
our
movie.
like the
ass.
You have to
pooping
see
back
it.
and forth forever type situation. No?
Right.
Okay.
It's like Ouroboros.
And the brain goes too. And then he like sort of woke up, and he was just like, "Oh hey, what happened?"
Episode 97 was a lot of fun. It was
Yeah.
called When Beer Met Cream.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Tungsten Baldo came on. He was very,
He
Yeah.
was a
he
real
loves
he was a
screaming.
real prick, and I say that affectionately. I love it.
He loves screaming, and especially with beer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He
Get a
drank a lot of
nice-
beer, and then he kept yelling, "Cream team! Cream
Yeah.
team!"
You get a nice 2, 4, 8 beers in him, 11, and he will create. He will start an actual cream team, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Episode 103 is called How to Shit in a Sled.
That
I
was
feel like we don't even need to, go over that of how you just do it.
Yeah.
That was the basis of the episode. If you don't have to listen
We
to
just
it.
all did that, and it was
Yeah.
interesting. Strange.
Yeah, we
It
went down
was
a
in
hill.
the same shed. Yeah, it was in the same one, and then we sent it down that hill.
Yeah.
And then that house blew up at the bottom of the hill. I don't think that had anything to do with it, but it was
I think we thought it would be more educational, but Jason's right. It's really pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, if you want to know what happens, just shit in a sled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
Send
worth
it down a hill.
It's on the Patreon. Pay for it. Episode 102, putting the squeeze and cockfighting.
Oh.
Another cock block episode.
What does that mean?
Cock block fighting.
Is this when
Yeah,
we were
that got pretty
rigging,
brutal.
we were rigging cockfights and really just squeezing
Baldos and squeezing them, and they were fighting. It was a fun episode. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Another very slippery, another very butterly episode.
Willow
It was
wasn't
very
there for that
butterly.
one.
I have zero complaints, and I always encourage us to do another one because it's always so good.
All right, we'll remember that for the new year. We got to get another squeeze
right.
and cockfighting on.
Oh, that episode. There's 2 episode 102s in a row. One of them I'm going to skip because it's another pass I don't have. Oh, so was the other one. Okay.
You gotta at least tell us, like, just don't say the word, but
Okay. I mean, the scarf of the C word, and then the other episode 102 is the headband of the space C word. I don't know why there's so many space C words, but
no, that's fine. That's fine because those were both about me, and I'll give you a pass.
All right, cool.
Oh god,
the scarf and the headband.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to back.
It's more of a hood.
Bangers.
But
yeah. Is there a reason why you're wearing both a headband and a scarf at the same time, and then maybe the astronaut outfit, or while you're in space or high? I'm not sure. There's something there.
Just happens.
I was really
You're really putting
on
squeeze and
Johnny. I was
cockfighting.
really on Johnny Depp came from it, and I wanted to be just like him, like the girl.
Yeah,
version.
that is pure J Depp cosplay
Yeah.
for sure.
I was like, oh, I could be an astronaut and I could be a pirate. And I really stepped into his shoes for a while, and they were fucking hit.
Episode 98. There's also 2 episode 98s in a row. So I'm assuming
really
one's a bonus
losing it at this
episode.
point.
Yeah, there's a loose vagina versus locked vagina.
Okay. What?
So, locked vagina, I think, is like very tight. You can't get in there. But loose
Totally
vagina
locked.
is
That's
like
a
wizard
shout-out.
sleeve. That's the good.
Shout out to Matt Byrne with the vagina glue. I don't know if y'all know that joke, but Matt Byrne's always talking about gluing vagina lips together. So that's all.
Other episode 98 is why are some pups like kittens?
Oh yeah,
that's a very innocent episode.
Well, you thought everybody thought it was.
Yeah. I was gonna say, then they all got euthanized, but it was not very. Yeah, no. Episode 102.
No, it was just another very sexual
one. Again, another one. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's why we get the sponsors, baby.
Yeah. Give us those boner pill ads. Come on. Sorry.
102. Anatomy of a Broodless Rabbit. That is the sequel to the Who Fucked Roger Rabbit episode.
Right. We couldn't get Piper for that one, unfortunately, but
No. Yeah, she said it was too morose.
It was, yeah.
And she was fucking right. That's why it's so goddamn low on the list.
Episode 101, the bonus G. Is that like a secret G word? A G pass? Is there a G pass?
It was just like a homie that came on for a bonus
G
episode.
It's another Snoop Dogg thing. The bonus G.
Yeah.
Everyone stick around for the bonus episode where we have the bonus G on as the special guest.
That's the highlight of the spot. It's spotlight on the G.
Hey, everybody. There he is.
Episode 103, the stink of your finger.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
It's hard to really transmit it over a audio podcast, but still.
Right.
It was very.
But I feel like I have an instant flashback of that episode each time I just do. And then I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, because it was only it was only you for most of the episode, right, Phil?
Smelling it.
Because you were just holding your finger out to the camera and like
we had to guess what it smelled like, and we just yeah.
I don't know. Fritos, Cheetos. I don't know.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yes, I can see the dust, but I can't smell it. Damn it! Weird episode.
And the last one is episode 97, simply titled "Pig."
Oh yes,
that could have been the Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah, I mean it was a low one. It was mainly we were talking about the first episode of Black Mirror. Nobody liked that.
I now see the gift in the sunlight picture that you sent.
Yeah. What a
That's
fucking
apparently,
threat. That is the most threatening image I've ever seen in my
can you
life.
get
That's
can you,
beautiful. I don't want to know. I want to know what's in the box. You know, what's in the
What's in
box?
the box?
Well, thanks to all the listeners for bearing with us. I think
Yeah.
at this rate, because there's no real break for the bonus episodes, we'll probably just have a long episode, and we're going to be taking a break over the holidays next week. We're not going to record. This is like, you know, New Year's for y'all, but for us, it's between Christmas and New Year's. So come back with us. But before we go, I've got a few more generated episode names. Let's just bang these out real quick.
All
Episode
right. Cool. Let's
69.
go.
Dam Buster +1 featuring Carmen Harlem. Carmen Harlem, thank you for coming on the show. We really did +1 that Dam Buster. It was a great episode.
They wouldn't let you do that one today.
Surprised me that that one beat out episode 73. Like Twinkies, they're for you. They're totally confidential. Which surprising, I can't believe that wasn't at the top.
Yeah, honestly.
We kept a lot of strong episodes coming. For instance, this one featuring I Love Bedontics, The Joy of Moneyball.
The joy of what? Moneyball?
The Joy of Moneyball featuring I Love Bedontics. And
I do love Ben Dontix.
Ben Dontix, I love Ben Dontix. Thank you for coming on the show. That was a really great guest we were able to land.
Yeah, he convinced me to buy a timeshare and Dogecoin. So thank you.
Episode 86, Wedding Proposal for Albert Einstein. That was tying in with the pants with the TI-83s.
Yeah, it was a secret. It was a stealth ad for Smarty Pants. We did nab the sponsor for that episode because
he said E equals MC pair, and he hugged his wife, and it was very sweet.
Episode 88, The Government in Washington Meets Meerkat Manor. That was, you know, we were really kind of we had C-SPAN, we had Meerkat Manor up on the screen, and we were all, it was one of those bonuses. It was kind of like when we watched Belly together. It was interesting.
Yeah. And we all just yelled at the screen at the same time.
It was,
yeah.
Probably,
you know how you see like the overshot of like the whole entire room, but because it's like meets Beercat Manor like crossover episode, they were just like popping out of their seats every now and then and hiding.
That was a very logistically challenging episode, but I'm glad we did it. It was a good idea. And make sure you get in the Discord if you wanna see the next version of whatever that is. But speaking of which, this episode was hard hitting, pretending the Bible is a constitutional essay on fanaticism and war, featuring Shlimak. Shlimak. Sorry, I don't remember your handle that well.
Forgot about Shimmy Limlack.
But that was a tough episode. That was some heavy material for us, but I really think we broke some new ground.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the other episode, just a few plays away, episode 86, Playing Guitar Porno. Also equally
and there's I think we found there's way more of those than we thought there were.
True.
Yeah. They got the whammy bar. You're like, well.
Yeah, and then it's like, I'd like to get your whammy bar wet. And then they do.
That episode,
what are you doing with that solo, big bro? Step bro?
Oh, gosh.
I want to hear you practice guitar, big brother.
It's slightly unfair that episode is ranked higher than episode 83, because I really feel like 83 paved the way for 86 to happen, which 83 was hot dog walks and naked makeovers. Thank you, Kim, for coming back for that episode. We really needed you for the hot dog walks and the naked makeovers. So, I mean, we really,
I learned
that's
a lot
why I was
about
highest rated for sure.
I learned a lot about what you can put on hang off of your nipples without.
And then somehow episode 88, we did it twice. The first one was called I Used to Read the Bible in Paradise by a Pool. Now I Eat It, Hot Dogs by the Pool. Featuring What Up, Tom? Thank you, Tom, for being on the show for that one.
What up, Tom?
Kim was definitely a strong force in making that one happen and getting What Up, Tom on the show.
Thanks for working with known star What Up, Tom.
I feel like that's such a great rap name. What up, Tom?
I can
Featuring
hear.
What Up Tom.
It should be a producer tag. Honestly, I think he should get into producing.
What Up Tom.
And the other episode 88, I guess maybe this one wasn't quite as strong to the listeners. David O. Russell goes Captain Bligh on Hercules, the legendary journeys. I wish it was,
Yeah.
it was a very conceptual episode. It was too conceptual, I think.
It was too conceptual because I nearly killed you for convincing me you were David O. Russell. It's like, you fucker, get out of the.
We really committed though. I mean, I'm proud of us for that. But
yeah.
overwrought.
I'm sorry though about your
everyone.
neck. Yeah,
it's okay. Episode 89, cat stroking panda. That was definitely a classic. I expected that one to land higher. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. Do you know how expensive it is to get a cat stroking panda on the show?
It was hard to do.
Yeah, because so many of them will break the cat.
Mm-hmm. You have to find the nice ones.
Right. You have to find the soft, gentle panda, which means you have to spend a lot of time with them. And boy, let me tell you, I spent some time with some rough ass pandas.
Yeah. And then we did have a little, political run for a while. We do always talk somewhat about politics, but this one, episode 92,
very political show.
Super political, hard hitting. We really dig into the important issues. But episode 92, Comrade Trump was, I was touching on a lot of subjects most podcasts are afraid to get into. And,
I thought it was a little on the nose at first, but I think sometimes it has to be. It really struck a nerve with people.
Yeah.
Especially, young voters are most important members of society right now.
Yes.
I'm talking to you, young voters.
And speaking of young voters, just a couple episodes later on episode 94, we had Doug Edmonds shouts Dr. Adam Carolla in front of a Hillary supporter. Doug Edmonds, I don't know why you were shouting Dr. Adam Carolla. He's not a doctor. He was on the show with Dr. Drew at one point.
Hillary Clinton, what are you going to do about the men wearing bracelets that should be eating stew?
Well, this wasn't in front of Hillary. It was a Hillary supporter. So that was
sorry.
They're very, very mad.
Even
AKA
stranger.
Yeah.
He was in front of a Hillary supporter because the only people that support Hillary anymore are the people who are carrying her around in one of those little buggies.
And then we kind of dialed back the political stuff on the first episode 97, which was using OxyContin to blow up a prison, featuring Lee Koo Barer, which, I mean, we never would have ever. No one on the show knows how to blow up prisons, much less with OxyContin. Without Lee, I don't know how we would have.
Lukey Barer.
That's where Lukey Barer came in.
It's low key great.
But we also did have another episode 97 called "The Male Chicks on Campus Ejaculation Scandal," which was we usually don't tackle episodes like that, but
male chicks, like male carrying chicks.
No,
it was
male.
Overtly.
Male chicks. Okay, so like femboys.
I guess so. Yeah.
Another horny
episode. It was really rude
books.
of us to call them male chicks.
I probably shouldn't have read that one. I apologize.
Goddamn.
That's a gray.
We'll edit that out in post. It's all right.
Yeah, I can take that one out.
No, I mean
I'll bleep it.
It's fine. I don't think you knew what to call femboys back then, and now you do. So
yeah, it was only 10 episodes from now. So
you're always learning. It's beautiful.
Such a horny episode. It was worth it.
Speaking of 10 episodes from now, episode 100, putting Splatto Fart into context. You have that to look forward to in about March, I think would be the math on that one. March or April.
Wait, did we stop reading about episodes that already happened?
I mean, the numbers just keep going up. We haven't really put it into context that this is episode 85.
Yeah, some of these are from the future.
Yeah.
don't worry.
And just the last couple, episode 99, fighting plastic masks, too much skin, exclamation point. I don't even know. And episode 98, the tiny sex position score featuring Abe Wolfman.
Shout out Abe Wolfman.
Thank you, Abe, for
I'm going for I'm going for a tinier sex position score this year, thanks
What's
to
the
Abe
sex-
Wolfman.
The doggy style score is actually much lower than you think. So that's
Yeah.
that's what we learned
Yeah,
this
it's
year.
crazy. It's like a what it was, we found out it was like a 17, 27,
25. Or wait, that's how many years it was.
30, 25. Yeah.
25. Yeah.
But it's way more in dog positions.
The sex position score goes a lot harder in dog scores. Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, I don't know. I guess I should have known better that whenever we do these title episodes, they run way longer than I thought they would. But I tried to
Yes.
split it up so everyone had the same amount as if there was like 4 or 5 people. But I don't know.
We did great.
It was fun. I'm glad we did it. Thanks everyone for listening to another year of this podcast, The Succ. It's been a ton of fun. I'm glad Jason's been with us many times before, but joined like every episode since, I think it's been like 3 months now that you came, and you've been on every episode since then. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm
amazing.
sorry if viewership has gone down.
No,
My apologies.
No, don't say that.
It's going up.
Yeah, we just
Yeah, I'm always like sensitive. I'm like, oh man, do I like it when another podcast person gets added, or does it change everything that bad? I don't know.
I usually like it. I usually like listening to, like, there are some podcasts that I've listened to for years that are like 2 people, and then eventually they add another person who, like, usually I like anyway, because like I have the same, if I like those people enough, like somebody that they like, I also like that person. So then when they come in, it's like a new dynamic a little bit, but like it's still the same and it's fun.
I'm in this like new weird phase where I'm like, every podcaster thing I listen to, I'm like, wow, I really hate everyone here. Why am I listening to this?
Yeah, that happens too.
I hope it's not like that for listeners out there.
I mean, if it
love
makes you feel better, I hate podcasts, period. And I did like 3 hours of podcasting before we recorded this, and I'm like, why the fuck am I going to do another podcast? But I love you guys. I just, that's it. And I hope that comes through for the listeners. I hope they enjoy it, because we're here to share the space together for a little bit and talk about the shit that matters to us. Sometimes that may be made up, names of episodes, but not very often. Just every now and then.
Rare occasion. You got to let loose sometimes and just relax. But yeah, I have a good time. Thank you for having me, and it's always a blast. And I love hanging with y'all, and it's always fun adding in different topics and things and seeing what we're talking about. It's always a surprise.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
And we've got doggies.
Yeah, I hope I hope all the listeners, I hope your 2024 is off to a great start. We'll be back in a week with more Succ. And until then, join the Discord, join the Succ Shame posting, and
can I give the listeners a little homework? Can you give us the award, the yearly award for the most normal man of 2023? Who deserves the award for most normal man?
Yeah, chime in.
Chime
in. Good answers, bad answers.
Mm-hmm. Or if you have any other best of awards, let us know if you can. Yeah, I want to know what you all think out there.
Yeah, the more normal the thought is, definitely post it. We need those.
Is there a best doggy style award? I don't know. You tell us.
Yeah, somebody's been watching out, right?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's enough requests from the listeners on that note. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a great night. Bye.